When reviewing security camera systems, there's four things that you want to pay particular attention to. First, you want to make sure the system is completely integrated into your point-of-sale system, Digital Dining. You don't want to use the older technology text insertion. You actually want to be getting the streaming prep ticket and security audit information to be able to see side by side with the camera. You also want to make sure you have the best video compression software, also known as a codec. H.264 is the best in the industry, delivering the highest quality image with the best compression rate. You also want to get the ability to do audio along with your video. That way you can listen to how your employees are interacting with your guests. And you also want to make sure the software is web enabled. So if you're on vacation down in Mexico, any internet cyber cafe will allow you to dial in and check on your restaurant. This is our network video recording software, NVR software. This is client software that resides on a computer either at the restaurant or at your home, also could be on a laptop. What's nice with the software, you have the ability through grouping to have multiple restaurants all running through the same software. Here one of our clients is grouped under number 6, and by clicking on the View All button, we can have all their information pull up on the screen. This is live video feed from the restaurant itself. The cameras are off the shelf, from a black and white $50 camera all the way up to a $1,300 pan tilt zoom camera. And you have the ability to go into different split screens. You can have as many as 25 cameras on one particular screen, or you can double click on any particular screen and pull up here. We have a back kitchen and see what Johnny's doing there in the ice bin. This portion of our software we want to show you is the Internet Explorer web-enabled part. So by going to an internet address through Internet Explorer, you're able to pull up the software. And here we're going to log into the system, and we have the ability to choose from different partitions. This particular camera system has several cameras, and then I'm going to connect to all. This is our office, and through the web, I'm able to go through any one of the cameras, double-click, pull up the particular camera full screen, and see exactly what's going on in any one of our particular offices. Since it's just after 5 o'clock, everybody is gone for the day. But this allows you both playback mode, remote playback mode, and the ability here to pan, tilt, zoom with the camera system to be able to move cameras around and see whatever you might like. The middle camera here is a pan, tilt, zoom camera, and I can bring it up onto the screen full size. And by clicking on the controller here, you can see I can move the camera around the parking lot. And the ability of the camera to zoom in on something like a license plate is amazing. Here we have a pickup truck that's in the parking lot, and by clicking on the zoom control, I'm able to take this camera and go right into the back of it and even focus in right on the license plate of the truck. And if we want to go a little bit closer, you can see the zoom controller is pretty amazing. You can actually make out the serial number on the license tag. Part of the program we're going to show here is Accountability Pro, and this is the program that brings the interface between the digital dining terminals and the camera software together. Down on the bottom left-hand side we have Search Receipts, and this brings up the search screen. It allows us to toggle between different cameras that are in the system. We could pick any location which corresponds to the actual digital dining terminal that we're capturing the information from. Of course, we have a begin time and date. We have the ability to filter by receipt types if we want to watch just a cash ticket or a gift certificate transaction. We can go into transaction types and see voids and discounts. We can filter by check numbers, beginning and end. And of course, if we want to watch any particular employees, we can select an employee and filter by that employee. Now I'm going to leave all the search criteria open and go do a playback on a day for which we have information. By hitting the search button, it brings up all of the video clips and the data from the databases for that particular day. Now you can see here we have John and Jesse working on a terminal. And let's say at 5:09 I want to see Jesse paying another person's check. All I do is I click on the line and it brings up the camera. There's Jesse, the employee, at the terminal closing out a check for a customer there across the counter. Here over here on the left-hand side we're seeing the action live from the terminal itself. He opened up the ticket, he's closed it out to cash. Then we have the amount entered, $22, and the change due is 13 cents. Now we're going to skip ahead to another transaction. Here we have John creating a new check at 5:11 p.m. We have a new customer there across the counter. John is entering into the screen, starting with check number 80300. We have a check totaling $12.97. What we have on the check, as you can see, this is the prep ticket information. We have a 16-inch pizza with a white crust, and it's a cheese pizza with no toppings. Now we got John at the bottom here going to pay the ticket out, paid it out to cash. $13 was the amount entered with a change of 3 cents. Let's look at another transaction. Okay, here we got John. The time is 5:12. He's creating a new ticket here for these two folks at the counter. He goes to add to the guest check. Okay, he places the order into the digital dining terminal. He's sending it back to the kitchen now. He goes to print the ticket. We have a Macbeth, which is a sub sandwich that's available at this restaurant with extra mayonnaise. Total of $9.69 tax. He goes to pay the ticket, and you can see him on the terminal now swiping a Discover card, which is what he's verifying on the bottom of the screen. Now down on the bottom center here we have a stop button, and what the stop button does is it opens up the receipt register display up here at top. And this allows us within the system itself to actually toggle between the different digital dining terminals, the camera, the date, and the time. As you can see, this is the real power of the software, the ability through the network to be able to grab prep and security information from every single terminal, to be able to do it through the network, not requiring any additional text inserters or wiring to take place, and it gives restaurant owners the perfect accountability that they're looking for and they need in today's environment.